Section 11, question 6. The curve y equals f of x is such that dy by dx equals 4x minus 6x squared. The curve passes through the point minus 1, 9. Express y in terms of x. The question is looking for us to find y. Now, if we've been provided with dy by dx, well, if you've got y and you're looking for dy by dx, that would be a differentiation question. So if you've got dy by dx and you want y, that's integration. So we're going to integrate. Y will be equal to the integral of dy by dx. So that's the integral of 4x minus 6x squared. So remember, add 1 on your power, divide by new power, so that's 4x squared over 2 minus 6x cubed over 3. There's no limits, so I need to add on my constant integration. So that's y equals 2x squared minus 2x cubed plus c. I'm told that the curve goes through the point minus 1, 9. That's going to allow me to work out the constant integration. So when x is equal to minus 1, y is equal to 9, and I can sub that in. So I've got 9 equals 2 lots of minus 1 squared minus 2 lots of minus 1 cubed plus c. So 9 equals minus 1 squared. It's 1 times that by 2, and that's 2. Minus 1 cubed is minus 1 times that by minus 2, and that's plus 2 plus c. 9 equals 4 plus c, which implies that c is equal to 5. Therefore, my final answer is y equals 2x squared minus 2x cubed plus 5. Section 11, question 7. The diagram shows a parabola with equation y equals 6x bracket x minus 2. The parabola is the graph y equals f dashed x. Given that f of 1 equals 4, find the formula for f of x. So again, we're given f dashed x and we're looking for f of x, so that's an integration question. What we know is that when we sub in an x value of 1, we'll get a y value of 4. That's going to allow me to find the constant integration when I integrate the thing. So y equals f dashed x, which means this thing here is f dashed x. So f dashed x equals, I'm going to just expand that out, so it's going to be 6x squared minus 12x. I'm now going to integrate f dashed x, which will give me the curve f of x. So f of x equals the integral of 6x squared minus 12x. So add 1 on my power and divide by my new power. It's going to be 6x cubed over 3 minus 12x squared over 2 plus c. So simplifying, that will give me f of x equals 2x cubed minus 6x squared plus c. And I said up before, when x equals 4, y equals 4, it's when x equals 1, y equals 4. So the function is equal to 4 when x is equal to 1. So that will be 2 bracket 1 cubed minus 6 lots of 1 squared plus c is equal to 4. So 1 cubed is 1 times it 2 is 2, minus 6 lots of 1 squared is minus 6. plus c is equal to 4. So minus 4 plus c is equal to 4. Bringing that across, and c will be equal to 4 plus 4, which is 8. That then gives me a final answer for the curve, which is 2x cubed minus 6x squared plus 8. Section 11, question 8. A point moves in a straight line such that its acceleration is given by a equals 2 bracket 4 minus t to the power 1/2. If it starts at rest, find an expression for the velocity where a equals dv by dt. Well, dv by dt is the result of differentiating the velocity to get the acceleration. So if I've been given the acceleration and I want to get back to the velocity, that means this is an integration question. So if I integrate the acceleration, that will give me the velocity. So that's what I'm looking for. So I'm going to go forward and do that then. So the velocity is equal to the integral of 2 bracket 4 minus t to the power 1/2. So remember, for integrating the bracket, you add 1 onto the power and divide by your new power multiplied by the value in front of the variable, which in this case, as you can see, is minus 1. So 1/2 plus 1 is 1/2 plus 2/2, that's 3/2. I then divide that by my new power, which is 3/2, multiplied by minus 1, which is the coefficient of t, plus my constant of integration. (3/2) times minus 1 is minus 3/2. So I've now got minus 3/2 down bottom, and I'm going to flip that over, bring it up and multiply, which would mean multiplying by minus 2/3. So that will give me minus 4/3 bracket 4 minus t to the power 3/2. So I'm going to write that as the square root of that cubed plus c. Now if I go back to the question says that the point starts at rest. Now starts implies that time is equal to 0, at rest implies that v is equal to 0. So what I can do now is make a substitution into this equation for the velocity, which is t equals 0 and v equals 0. So that's that, and that will now be minus 4/3 bracket 2 cubed plus c that then gives me 2 cubed is 8, 8 times minus 4/3 is minus 32/3 plus c, which implies that c is equal to 32/3. Final answer is given then by minus 4/3 bracket 4 minus t all cubed plus 32/3.